One Piece episode 124 just dropped, and man, it was a wild ride setting the stage for some serious fireworks on Egghead. If you thought things were crazy before, well, Kizaru just crashed the party. The episode kicks off with pure, unadulterated Luffy. He grabs the Den Mushi, gets on the line with the entire Marine fleet basically, and bold as brass declares he's the future king of the pirates, and yeah, they've got York hostage. The sheer audacity. You could practically hear jaws dropping across the Grand Line, especially poor Vivi listening in. Usopp's trying to keep him reined in, but it's Luffy. What do you expect? Thankfully, before he spills every single secret plan, Robin, bless her calm and collected mind, just clamps a hand over his mouth and cuts the call. Her point? Information is power, and you don't just hand that over to the enemy. Solid move, Robin, solid move. Meanwhile, we get a chilling glimpse into the world government's mindset through Saturn. This guy flat out tells his subordinates that the only things that matter are keeping York alive for now, securing Vegapunk's massive brain archive, punk records, and grabbing that Mother Flame power plant. Everything else? Everyone else? Expendable. Like insects. It really drives home how cold these guys at the top are. York, thinking she's safe because of her deal and knowledge, even taunts everyone, comparing Egghead's potential fate to Ohara. Nami, understandably, is having none of that and just decks her. You kinda can't blame her. And amidst the chaos, Vegapunk takes a moment to genuinely thank Robin. Turns out she literally saved him from getting his head blown off by York earlier. Good on you, Robin. We also check in on the poor CP0 agents stuck in the basement, getting food deliveries from Usopp but terrified of the Seraphim locked up nearby. Vegapunk assures them the bubbles holding the Seraphim are super tough, laced with sea prism stone. Speaking of Seraphim, we get that cute, slightly awkward moment with S. Snake, the little Hancock lookalike. Frankie thanks her for depetrifying him, and it turns out Luffy asked her to. Her blushing response when Luffy thanks her later? Priceless. It's almost like dealing with the real Hancock. Now about the adaptation, some fans might notice, like I did, Sanji felt a little sidelined in a few scenes compared to the manga. For instance, that moment where Nami helps him against S-Shark wasn't originally there, and sometimes it feels like the anime leans in making him look a bit less effective than Zoro, which is a shame. And yeah, that whole Sanji fawning over Stussy felt a bit more over the top than his usual suave moments, almost playing him down a bit. It's these little choices that sometimes make you scratch your head. The escape plan starts taking shape. Atlas can't override the barrier lockdown because York, that snake, used a unique password. Lucci, ever the opportunist, is secretly feeding intel to the Marines outside. Stussy pops up, confirms the massive fleet, and the crew sets their sights on the next island using the log pose. Elbaf! Luffy and Usopp go absolutely nuts with excitement. Frankie, being the super shipwright he is, figures the Thousand Sunny can use its coup burst to launch itself a full kilometer away, hopefully clear of the Navy. Vegapunk's mind is blown that the Sunny runs on cola, classic Frankie. So the teams split. Luffy, Bonnie, Frankie, and Lilith head for the Sunny, while Vegapunk and the others try to hack York's password. Then the real tension ramps up. Kizaru meets with Saturn. There's this heavy moment where Saturn asks if Kizaru can breach the light-based Frontier Dome. Kizaru confirms he can, but you see the hesitation. He doesn't want to fight Sentomaru, his former student, the man guarding Vegapunk below. He even mentions his principles, but orders are orders, and duty calls. Kizaru, using Lucci's intel on the power plant's location, prepares his move. And what a move it is. Kizaru uses his light power to basically teleport himself in a flash, appearing right inside the dome. Sentomaru, standing firm, orders the pacifistas to engage. He calls Kizaru Uncle, acknowledging their past, but declares his defense is the strongest. Kizaru tells him to bring it on. The air crackles, light flares, and they clash. Back on the Sunny, Luffy feels it instantly. Someone incredibly strong just arrived. And boom, that's where they leave us. An episode packed with setup, character moments, a few questionable adaptation choices, and finally, the kickoff to a massive confrontation. Kizaru versus Sentomaru is here, and you know things are about to get seriously intense, and can't wait as his fight plays out next time.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end. and see you in the next video.